Hello everybody, welcome back to Untitled Gamer. Let's review Ratchet and Clank 1 for the PS2. Ratchet and Clank was developed in 2002 by developer Insomniac Games, also known as the developer for the original Spyro games on the PlayStation 1. The genre I would best describe the Ratchet and Clank series in this case would be a mixture of a running gun combined with a platform shooter. Our story first starts off on planet Veldin, where our protagonist Ratchet, who is from the Lombrax species, is trying to accomplish his dream of space travel, and at the same time he ends up meeting his lifelong friend, a robot named Clank. Clank is a runaway robot that was manufactured by the Blargian Chairman Drek, but unfortunately he wasn't produced correctly like the other robots. Clank discovered an evil plot that's being done by Chairman Drek, so as a result he had to escape. And during the escape, his ship got shot down, which results in him crashing on planet Veldin, which leads to his encounter with Ratchet, who suggested that in order to try to help save the galaxy, they should go find the hero Captain Quark. You first start off with two weapons in Ratchet's arsenal. The first one is his melee weapon, which is a wrench, which aside from being used to bash opponents, you could also utilize as a utility tool for screwing in loose bolts. Other things you can do with the wrench includes the Hyper Strike, which is when Ratchet jumps up in the air and smashes his wrench down, and the Comet Strike, which is when Ratchet crouches down, he could toss his Omni Wrench forward like a boomerang to hit the enemy if they're in the distance. But do know when he's throwing it, it will leave him in a position where he's frozen, so if enemies are shooting at you, you will get hit. The other weapon you also receive is a Bomb Glove, which allows Ratchet to toss grenades at auto-lock onto targets and lob an explosive at them to blast them flying. Do you know that that does have limited ammo? Other notable weapons you can receive within the game as you progress includes the Suck Cannon, which allows you to suck up small enemies and shoot them back out as projectiles. The Visibomb Gun, which is like a missile launcher that lets you control the missile's action in flight. And the Pyrociter, which is like a flamethrower, which I recommend is really great for wave clearing when you're going against tons of small enemies. Of course, there are still many other weapons that you can find throughout the game as well. Where would you find these weapons? Of course, at the weapon shop. Gadgetron weapon vendors can be found around the beginning of each planet as you land on it, and these Gadgetron vendors could house either A, new weapons that are for sale as you progress to different planets, and at the same time it can be used as a place to also purchase ammo for existing weapons that you have. And how do you pay for all this? No problem. The solution is with bolts, as that's the main currency in the Ratchet and Clank universe. Bolts can be found lie around on places you explore, from killing enemies and also destroying crates. There are multiple different kinds of crates you will encounter in your adventures. The first one is the normal wooden crate, which you just break and get bolts. The second one is a blue crate, which is a bit more durable, that your wrench won't be able to break. You require more like an explosive weapon. The red crate is an explosive crate where if you touch it, it starts a countdown timer, or if you hit it, it would explode, and if you're next to it, you do take damage. The fourth crate you also encounter is with the G, is called the Gadgetron crate, which allows you to find ammo within the field. The fifth crate, which shows a glowing blue orb, is the Nanotech crate, which provides one nanotech orb to heal one hit point. In Ratchet and Clank, nanotech is represent your life. If you run out of nanotech, Ratchet will die and he will have to start over from the last checkpoint. It is a bit challenging as you start the game with only 4 nanotech hit points, but thankfully at the same time, enemies that hit you will only take 1 hit point off, so you can say you get 4 hits before you die. Aside from weapons in the game, you also get to receive a variety of different gadgets that help you as well from a utility standpoint, such as the Trespasser, in which it lets you hack open doors via a hacking game. It's encouraged you to try to use the Trespasser as much as you can when there's opportunities presented, as there are times when while it won't open the door to the next area for you, it does open a door into a room full of crates loaded with bolts. There's also the Sonic Summoner, which is the cool glasses that you wear when you receive it. It allows you to summon Sonic mics to assist you in certain locations. So you can say it's like a little extra buddy who comes along and helps shoot enemies alongside you. There's also one of my personal favorite, the Swing Shot, which allows Ratchet to swing across multiple caverns and areas. So in a way you feel like You feel like Spider-Man. As you play the game, you'll notice that there's a very basic interface, which is also great as it doesn't look too cluttered on the screen. The top left will show how much ammo you have left for your current weapon. The middle top shows how many hit points you have left in your nanotech spheres. And the top right shows the number of bolts that you currently have. Furthermore, if you have the help option turned on the bottom as you progress through the game, helpful tips will appear. Otherwise, these helpful messages would not appear at all. In certain parts of the game, you also get to take over as Ratchet's sidekick Clank, in which Clank will be able to maneuver in some aspects where Ratchet cannot, such as in non-oxygen environments. Clank's playstyle is a bit more minimalistic, where it mostly consists of punching small enemies and controlling Gadgetron robots' assistants and get them to fight the bigger enemies for Clank, and also helping him open doors. Throughout the game, you also meet a variety of interesting characters within the Ratchet and Clank universe, such as the Plumber, Skid McMarx, the Hoverboard Craft Racer, Captain Quark, Helga, who is his robot trainer, and Al, who's a robot technician. Other notable aspects I should bring up is that while there are normal bolts, throughout the plans, you also have the opportunity to find gold bolts, which are considered more rare, and they're usually in hard to reach places or areas that are considered hidden. The benefit to getting gold bolts is that it allows you to acquire gold class weapons. They're like gold plated versions of the normal weapon you have, except they are considered more stronger and have additional effects. Some other fun things you can do within the game also includes the opportunity to perform grind railing when you acquire the grind boots. So it's kind of fun actually in the way as you jump between the rails, shooting explosives. It seems very fun. And also, you also get, once you acquire the hoverboard from Skid McMarx, you can also compete in hoverboard races as well. So you can pretty much hang 10 while in the air. Another thing I like about this game is that you get to explore a variety of different planets. The two that I'd probably say is my favorite would be Poketaru, as it reminds me of a tropical island, and you can also dive underwater to go explore and look for. And plus, the whole tropical feel seems nice. Another one is Planet Kawan, which is the Metropolis planet. I don't know, something about tall skyscraper looks amazing, and I have this urge within that level to try and jump and glide to different buildings to see if there's hidden treasure around there. In terms of replay value, I definitely say this is one of those games that's worth playing over and over, as after you beat the game the first time, you have the option to replay the entire game but keep all your weapons in the carryover version. And at the same time, it's also unlocked more gold bolt weapons, and I also like to try using very powerful late game weapons in the early game just to, for comedic effect, wreck all the enemies. The only areas I'm not really fond of is that the bolts are actually very low in terms of it takes a long time to collect a lot of bolts in order to buy new weapons, and at the same time your nanotech hit points only go up to 8 if you buy the upgrades. So you can say it's a challenging in some aspect. Like one part I had to decide between paying bolts to the bodyguard in order to progress forward or buy that cool new weapon. So you just up the enemy as a result. After you pick one, you have to go collect tons more bolts by killing enemies in order to pay for the other. Overall, Ratchet and Clank 1 for the PS2 is a fun, engaging game that's never boring, and there are times where it has a mix of everything. It has a platform shooter, some racing levels, some puzzles. You even get to play as Clank in one aspect too, where you get to use Clank to control robots. Overall, the game is fun. I do recommend anyone to play this game first before playing the future Ratchet and Clank games, as having a saved memory card with the data does give you benefits in the long run. Thank you for watching this game review. Come back next time to see more game reviews across a variety of systems. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like on this video. Thank you.